So the message today is very simple. Keep following the rules, get tested. That'll give us data and options to ease some of the restrictions potentially as we come to the end of the second 4-week state of emergency, or the 11th of May. This testing will be conducted in a number of different ways. Health workers, aged care workers, people with symptoms, even the mildest symptoms, should come forward and get tested. It'll be just like following the rules, just like staying at home. Getting tested will be a powerful contribution to our fight against this virus, to our search for those options that each and every Victorian family, Victorian business, the whole Victorian community wants, so that we've got those options there in the next couple of weeks to make sound, evidence-based decisions for the future. I do want to foreshadow, not all restrictions will be coming off, no matter what the results of these tests. The risk would be far too high. But the better data we have, the more data, the more information, the more people follow the rules and get tested, the more options that we will have. That's what we're working towards. We have a clear plan. We're working hard. Victorians are working hard. I'm so grateful and proud of every Victorian who's doing the right thing. But the message today is this: keep following the rules and get tested. That's the biggest, most powerful contribution, the most important contribution you can make to the fight against this virus and to the creation of options for easing restrictions in the next couple of weeks. Now, of course, we'll need to keep testing, perhaps not at this sort of level, but we will need to continue our ramped up testing for weeks and months to come, and we're confident that we have the capacity to do that. Data has always driven us: analysis, science, and common sense. And it just makes sense for us to go and have a big look across the community to determine how much virus is there, then use that data to make really sound judgments for the future. Now, before I throw to Brett to talk about how testing will work and just how big a logistical task this is, I want to do two things. Firstly, I want to thank everyone who's playing their part, not just Victorians who are following the rules, very important, and you've heard me say it many times. It's impressive. I'm grateful. I'm asking a lot of you, and you're doing it, and that's why we have such impressive numbers that compare so favourably to so many other parts of the world. I also want to thank all of those coronavirus detectives, those contact tracers, people working in labs, and then in anticipation of this, the biggest testing blitz our state has ever seen, I want to thank all those workers who will make that testing possible. I also just want to provide a small note of caution. There are a number of cities and countries around the world that have eased off the sort of restrictions that they had in place. Now, that might have made them very popular at the time, but not long after that, the virus got away from them, and they were left in the terrible position where they had to wind back. They had to put even harder lockdown provisions in place. We don't want that here. We don't want to have a situation where our frustration gets the better of us and we give back all the gains that we've made. However, if people follow the rules and get tested, we will have options. And those options will have been hard won. So we will still proceed carefully and cautiously so as not to give back all the gains that we've made. People have given too much. People have done too much hard work to have a situation where we fritter it away because we are getting impatient and frustrated with this new normal. And I get it, I understand. It is very, very challenging. There's also a lot of not just frustration, but very real pain out there. So do it for those who may die because of coronavirus. Do it for those who are working so hard to protect all of us. Do it for those people who have lost their jobs. Doesn't matter what reason, do it because it's the right thing and it's the smart thing. Follow the rules, and over these next 2 weeks, get tested. That's the key message. That'll give us the data we need and the options we all want for a new set of restrictions, as in a changed set of rules, potentially, in a couple of weeks' time.